All right, what's up, bro?
What's up? What's up?
We've been chopping it up for a minute. I'm super excited to have you. I had already said that, but I'm gonna say it again. You know what I mean? And for the people that don't know, let them know what's going on. What's popping?
How would I introduce? Hi, my name is Alim Smith. Also go by Yesterday Night. I'm an artist from Wilmington, Delaware.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Facts.
I don't even think about introducing myself.
The work.
I be trying to be all mysterious and shit.
I want to dive right in, bro, because the work is amazing. And again,
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you're here because you're incredible to me. So I want to get right into what's inspiring you to make this shit. This shit's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's a really good question. I think my biggest inspiration probably is hip hop. Like I try not to even look at other art too much unless it's somebody I already know. Like if I don't actually meet you in real life, I'll probably never see your art because I don't want to see your art because I don't want to subconsciously be inspired by your art. So hip hop really inspired me to want to be as creative as I possibly could, like initially. Like, and just like that's how niggas was getting money. Like that's the first time I seen someone being creative, doing what they wanted to do, making millions of dollars, and being themselves.
Valid.
So yeah, hip hop way more than art. Cause like when we was growing up, it wasn't no painters. You wasn't looking up to no painters or nobody drawing. It was like you drawing in the corner, you kind of weird. Like that wasn't, nah. Music is.
Yeah, that you into that.
That's like, all right, how I really got started with art, it was 5th grade, had a crush on this girl, Rashida. She was bad.
Rashida sound like a bad.
Rashida Mustafa, you know Jamila Mustafa? She worked for BET, she from Delaware.
Yeah.
She doing her thing. So Rashida was crazy. She went to Cab Calloway. She applied and she got accepted, and I was like, damn, well I need to go there. I wasn't thinking about drawing or nothing, so I applied. I didn't even get accepted for art. I got accepted for writing. So I always been writing. I got accepted for writing, and I just changed my major when I went to school. A lot of my art, I don't necessarily see pictures in my head. I see the description, and then I make it basically like I'm making a collage, but I paint it or draw it or whatever. But I don't necessarily see pictures, but I see them when I hear words, I write words down. So I could be watching a rap battle and a nigga talking about look at his boots, they growing roots. And it's like, I don't need to see it, but I can see what that looked like. Somebody asked me recently, how did I get my sense of color theory? And I feel like even how you got the green splashing off of the pink shit right now, just growing up being black in a certain era, a certain time, style and matching and knowing how to make something match that don't match.
Yeah.
That's already a part of so if you pick up some paintbrushes and colors, you already gonna know what look good or don't.
Damn, bro. Let's dive into the show, the Air One, the whole situation with that. I would say where that come. I do want to know where it came from.
Where it came from? All right, so I had to do a print workshop for the Delaware Art Museum, and Margaret was telling me about this print that somebody made that was the size of a basketball court. And I was like, I don't know how the hell you even how do you get that much space? How are you making them print that big?
Hell yeah.
So I was like, because a lot of the not a lot. One aspect of printmaking is cutting out the wood blocks or cutting out the linoleum and making a stamp basically. So I was like, the first idea, I was just gonna carve my own designs in the shape of sneakers, glue them onto sneakers, make a set of 20 different sneakers and then make some crazy, elaborate printmaking. But I was like, it's cool in my head and I know it'll work, but will I actually do that?
Yeah.
Andy hit me up for the Chris White Art Gallery, and they asked me to do a show, and I was like, cool. And I was like, y'all got any bread? And they was like, we got 200. And I was like, that's so disrespectful.
For sure.
That's so disrespectful. But then I was thinking, all right, I'll do it for $200, and I'm only gonna use $200 to make the whole art show. I'm not gonna use that's if this is the rule, then that's how I'm creating. Cause it's like, I don't care how this art show goes if that's all I'm getting for it. But then also the artist in me was like, how cool of some shit could I make with $200 though? I'm gonna try to make this work. So then I went to Goodwill, and like the first thing I saw was some Air Force Ones. And I already had that idea that was marinating in my head. And I was like, that's perfect. Let me just get these Air Force Ones and just start fucking with them.
That shit came out crazy.
It came out crazy.
The images.
Each piece was a different piece, for real. It's still crazy because I took a break and I had to make another one recently, and I kind of forgot how I did it almost. And I was like, oh shit, this is something I gotta stick with if I'm doing it. Cause it's like I tried to, I would remember one aspect of something from each piece, and I would define the next piece by that one aspect. So it's like, I'm figuring it out as I'm doing it. Then I start catching the groove, and I'm like, oh, if I do it just like that, that's fire. I think because I kind of look at it all the same. I think if it's visual, I try to make everything so simple. That's my baseline. Because if it's too complex, then I don't even want to deal with it for real. I don't even. Because I definitely do it in music. I think I get bored. I think I hate the idea that I would just be known for one way of expressing myself. Like when I did the meme things in that work, I was kind of sad. Cause I was like, I don't want to be known as just a mean dude.
Yeah.
So every time I do something, I say I gotta do something doper than that. Cause I don't want to just be remembered for that thing. Cause I'm more than just that thing. And since I am trying something new, it should be fire. It kind of gotta be fire. Cause everything else been kind of fire. So it look crazy if it just looked like, I don't know, like what the hell?
I like that though. How you keeping up with it? How you maintaining that?
I think there's this audio book I listened to a long time ago by Brian Tracy. I forget the title of it, but what I remember from the book is he said, eat the frog. And that's something I was always trying to master. All that meant was do the thing you don't want to do first. So when I wake up, I do those little portraits before I do anything. Well, I might roll up first, but I won't even smoke it yet. It's like that's gonna be my enjoyment as long as I do my little sketch. I use my lack of inspiration as inspiration. So it's like, that's gonna be my inspiration. That is my inspiration. The lack of inspiration I have. Like me and my friend Mike, the first time I saw art was when Obama won.
Damn.
Me and my friend Mike, we drew his portrait, and then we got like 1,000 prints made. And it cost like $100 for 500 prints. So we were selling the prints for $10 a pop, and it was like 18 by 24. We was going to barbershops, just like, hey, we was going to KFC, we was going door to door, we was going everywhere, and then we went to the inauguration, then we started going to churches and shit. And then that's when I knew, like, it don't matter what's going on in the art world or whatever. Yeah. I know I just made some art, and I made a lot of money off of it.
Yeah.
So that's when it started. I always was just thinking as a kid, like, how many different ways could I get money without doing things that I don't want to do to get money? There's so many different ways.
Absolutely.
So in 6th grade, even though I got accepted for writing, I didn't get accepted for art. I had to reapply in 8th grade. I didn't get accepted again. So then I had to go to Mount for a year. Then I reapplied because I was offended. Got accepted again. Then senior year when I applied to certain colleges, didn't get accepted. Then I got diagnosed with epilepsy. Damn. Like the year after graduating.
Damn, bro.
Then I got accepted to art school, but then my mom got fired. And then I was like, oh, I ain't got the money and I ain't have the grades. This is not gonna be a good investment. So what I started doing was adding people who I knew were already in art school, because on Facebook you can see who's at school.
Facts.
So I would be messaging people like, what was their homework and stuff. And I would be doing it myself, by myself, for free. And then also making a network, because a lot of times, like, what you want from these galleries and different people is they have a network. So I just spent a lot of time building a network, also doing their homework just on my own time. I would make my own little exercise, like sketch fast exercises and stuff so I could get as fast as possible. Like, I knew because I wasn't going to school, and I felt like I definitely had shame about that because all my friends was in art school and then they all went to school and stuff. I was like, when they get out of school, I can't have not done anything.
Creating your own situation.
I think what helps me is, well, what probably helps me and doesn't help me necessarily, helps me a little bit. The hustler part, the hip hop part, the $10 out the trunk part, it's like, it's just me. I'm doing whatever I'm doing and y'all came over to me. That already let me know it's some value there already. Cause I ain't come to y'all.
For sure.
Y'all notice what I'm doing by myself.
For sure.
And that's the point.
Yeah.
Cause that's what hip hop did. Like they was making themselves big to the point where the record labels had to come to them. So that's how I look at the art world too. It's like, I'm not going to try to chase the galleries or chase certain things. I'm going to make myself big to the world as an artist, and y'all gonna have to see it regardless.